feet tall, weighing 441 pounds, the Big Show. Weighing 418 pounds, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
This match of gargantuan proportions coming to you for our second match of the night. Big Show versus Mark Henry. I believe somewhere near 900 pounds in that ring right now. Fighting each other as this match. This ring has been reinforced here tonight. As you can see, the huge amount of weight just getting slammed right into the mat already in the early goings of this match. Now, we did not see too much of these two individuals in the Royal Rumble last week, and that is why they are here tonight. Big Show entering at number 13, Mark Henry entering at number 14. They were eliminated quite quickly. Big Show being eliminated by Cody Rhodes and Mark Henry being eliminated by John Cena before number 15 even entered the ring. Now, these two individuals are commonly people who will dominate in a Royal Rumble. So it was very unsettling that they got eliminated so quickly. So the management had them fight in this match to try and show us if they still have wrestling in their blood, in their muscles. They're able to put on a good match for us here tonight, or they should be put down in the lower ranks and shouldn't be headlining WrestleMania or any other pay-per-view, anything like that. Now, Big Show getting whipped across that ring by Mark Henry as we get a huge splash from Mark Henry. A huge splash would crush most individuals. You gotta wonder what that's gotta feel like on the Big Show. Mark Henry's going to be one of the few people that can actually use a splash on you and have it actually feel some impact. As these two huge individuals are often facing off against smaller individuals and are probably much more accustomed to that, having to put a little bit more force, a little bit more strength behind every move that consists of lifting their opponent or putting them down, things like that. I wonder if they'll have enough stamina to continue on much further than they normally would. We get a large series of takedowns continuously in the early goings of this match. These two wrestlers being tossed around this ring, as they're both very strength-based wrestlers. huge strikes trying to come in from both of them as Big Show goes for a huge abdominal stretch onto Mark Henry. Mark Henry able to turn that into a hip toss onto the Big Show, tossing him onto the mat as Mark Henry now going to try and whip Big Show into that corner. There's a huge amount of impact there. We see Big Show now whipping Henry into that corner, going to put him up on the top rope. I'm not sure if the top ropes have been fortified for this, but we get a huge move off the top rope, slamming Mark Henry right into the middle of that mat, being lifted so high. That is probably something Mark Henry is not fully accustomed with, as Big Show tries to put Mark Henry over the top rope. Mark Henry felt this last week and doesn't want it to happen again, fights himself back into this ring. And now, scoop slam, scoop follow with slam actually, from Mark Henry to the Big Show. And now he's going to put a series of punches to that big bald head of Big Show. The world's strongest man, Mark Henry, now going to try and use some of his strength against a much larger man than he is normally fighting against. So you see him try and take out the legs of the Big Show. And I've said many times before, if you're able to take the legs out of big men, they'll be able to put down at a lower level, get on that height level of you. Now Big Show still has a height advantage over Mark Henry, although his weight advantage is not as much as he's accustomed to. Mark Henry now putting some more technical wrestling show for us. This could have broke either of their knees very easily, as we get a kick from Big Show to the face of Mark Henry. Tilt-a-whirl slam. You would not normally see that happen to the Big Show, but Mark Henry apparently has the strength to have that happen. As we see Big Show get tossed over the top rope and whipped against that barrier. Now we see Mark Henry getting whipped into those steel steps. A huge shot to the head from Big Show. And fighting in this corner now. Many would think that this would be a great Extreme Rules match, and I'm sure it would be. These two men did not do well enough in the Rumble to get a shot at the Hardcore title later tonight that will go on between Randy Orton and Hunico. Now Big Show trying to get out of the ring, but Mark Henry wants to do it for him as Big Show rolls over the top rope, and it looks like Big Show seems to slam his elbow into that lightly padded concrete that we have here. And we have Big Show get whipped against that barricade, and Mark Henry trying to perhaps put him in that corner and spear him through that corner like Edge did earlier to Scotty 2 Hotty in their tag team matchup at the beginning of tonight. As we see Mark Henry now prowling over, tilt-a-whirl slam onto the concrete by Mark Henry. Mark Henry sprinting to the ring at a 5 count, trying to make sure neither of them are disqualified in this normal matchup. A huge punch by Big Show. And now Mark Henry countering a series of counters from these two individuals as they tie once more. So you look to see Mark Henry grabbing at the head, to see Big Show getting out of that predicament, but now getting whipped over the top rope once again. Big Show not able to stop that as he seemed to have hit his elbow once more. Mark Henry now whipping him into that barricade once again. World's Strongest now prowling the giant Big Show, trying to whip him into that corner. As the referee is at a 5-3 count. Now these wrestlers seem to favor staying out until a 5 count and then entering back into the ring. As now Henry has had him in that corner, whipping Big Show into that corner repeatedly. Big Show seems to be a bit confused. Tried to grab Mark Henry. Mark Henry putting him in that corner and running back into the middle of the ring, rolling back out, resetting the count. But Big Show also wanted to go into that ring. Big Show stepping over that big top rope as Mark Henry grabs at Big Show and trips him over those steel steps. That has got to hurt the leg of Big Show. Mark Henry knows if he can take out the legs of Big Show, it will help him immensely in this matchup. Big Show looking dazed. Mark Henry whips him into the barricade once again, repeatedly whipping him against this barricade. Into the corner now, at a 5 count. Once again, Mark Henry goes back into the ring and resets the count. He doesn't want to win this match by count out. He wants to hurt somebody. He wants to whip the ass of Big Show and make him understand that Mark Henry means business and he is the world's strongest man, no matter the weight class. Fall away slam. Oh. That was actually the world's strongest slam by Mark Henry, slamming Big Show into that corner, but it was too close to the ropes for him to go for a pin there. Mark Henry now running against that ropes, trying to build some momentum, but Big Show able to counter into a series of clotheslines, tossing Mark Henry into the corner, getting that big butt slam and a big cross body to the world's strongest man. Now going for a pin. One. Not able to get it as Mark Henry fights out of this now, kicking Big Show and now powerbombing him. It looked like he was going to powerbomb him outside of the ring, and it would have been absolutely amazing, but he powerbombs him inside the ring and goes for a pin now. 1, 2, only a 1 count. Big Show able to kick out of that huge powerbomb by Mark Henry. Mark Henry now countering out of that hold, and now huge headbutt to the back of the head. Huge amount of damage to the Big Show. The world's strongest slam already applied to the Big Show. Gotta wonder if Big Show will look for that KO punch or the choke slam to Mark Henry as Mark Henry goes for a pin. 1, 2, 3. Mark Henry wins this match of giant proportions.